Hi, I'm Leonie and welcome back to my channel. I've just done a major makeover on my kitchen that is not only budget friendly, it's also renter friendly too. And if I do say so myself, I think it looks amazing. So if you'd like to see how to take your kitchen from drab to fab, then just keep watching. This is what my kitchen looked like before I moved in, and as you can see, that green bench top is not pretty. And those cabinets, well, what can I say? So the first thing I wanted to do was get rid of that ugly green bench top. Now, I'd used this product before and I know that it works really well, and that's why I decided to paint the bench tops. So this product is actually designed to be used on kitchen countertops, and it is super hard wearing. What I did find is I needed about 3 coats of the actual color to completely cover the green bench. And you need 8 hours between each coat. Because I had that wood detailing around the edge, I basically just free-handed that and wiped off the excess as I went with a baby wipe. I was going to stop at just doing the bench top, but because the finished result was so exciting, that's when I decided to go one step further with this kitchen. Okay, so that bench top really brightened and lightened up the kitchen, and now it was time to do something about this splashback. I bought this new oven not long after moving into the house and just needed to put up something so that the wall was protected from the oven. So I just popped up that Perspex sheet as a little bit of an interim measure. I'd used double-sided tape to fix that to the wall, and when I pulled it pulled off some of the paint as well, but it didn't matter because I was going to cover that up. So here I am using sugar soap to really get rid of all of the sticky residue left over from that double-sided tape, and also just to get rid of all of the grime and oil. It's really important just to make sure that that surface is spotless. I decided to try my hand at peel and stick tiles for the splashback, and I love these Subway style tiles called Smart Tiles, and they're from Vinyl Home here in Auckland. I'll leave a link to them in the description box below, and they actually stock a really great selection of different tiles. So as you can see here, they already have the kind of layout of the tiles, and all you're really doing is just putting them together. It's a little bit like a jigsaw puzzle. So I started by cutting off the overhang so that I had a simple square edge to start placing the tiles on the wall. And as you can see, I just used a craft knife. You can use an X-Acto knife and just a simple ruler, and I just used one of the chopping boards that I had at home already. So you can see here why I needed that square edge, just to butt it up against the wooden door frame. And the good thing is you can actually just sort of pop them up on the wall and try them first before you actually peel them off and stick them into place. Also, I did notice that you can stick them down and then readjust them and move them a little bit, and they will still stick again perfectly. So there is a little bit of wriggle room there, and it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect first time around. I sort of just got one edge straight and let the rest of the tile kind of fall into place, and I just found this the easiest way to apply them. And then I just applied a little bit of pressure, and once I knew that the tile was in the correct position, I sort of really firmly pushed it down and made sure that the glue on the back of the tile really adhered to the wall. With the tricky areas like tiling around the power sockets, I just used the backing paper from one of the tiles and used that to cut out a template, and then I just popped that template on top of a new tile, and I knew exactly where to cut the hole to allow for the power socket. This was just a really easy way to make sure that the tile was perfect. This project took me about 2 hours in total, and I'm absolutely delighted with the final result. And now it was time to tackle these cabinets. The splashback and the bench top had really made the kitchen look light and bright, and the one thing that was really letting this kitchen down was the cabinets. I just couldn't warm to this color. It's just a kind of greeny gray, just a non-color, and these shots were taken on a nice bright sunny day, but if it's a little bit cloudy, this color just makes the kitchen look really dark and dreary. So they needed to be transformed, and I was either going to paint them with the Dulux renovation range or go with the other option, which was vinyl wrapping, and that's what I decided to do. So to get started, you need to take the cabinet doors off. And there's a little clip at the back here that you just pinch and the cabinet just pops off. It's really easy. You don't actually need to unscrew them. I've seen people struggling and unscrewing the whole thing on YouTube, but you don't need to do that. And once you've got that cabinet off, you actually need to use sugar soap again, and you can see all that grease and grime on the top of the cupboard. The vinyl wrap will not stick if the cupboard isn't spotless. It's a little bit like the peel and stick tiles that I used for the splashback. The surface needs to be absolutely squeaky clean. And once you've got all of that grease and grime off, just be sure to go in with a damp cloth to make sure all of the sugar soap is removed as well. And then just dry them down, because they do need to be perfectly dry before you start as well. And then once your cabinet is clean and dry, you just need to remove the handles, and that is really easy with these particular handles. I was thinking about upgrading them, but it was going to cost me an extra couple of $100, and I just felt that these simple handles would make do for now. And this is the vinyl wrap. It's called DC Fix, and it is also from Vinyl Home here in Auckland, and I'll leave a link to them in the description box below. But it's really easy because it's all marked out on the back. So what I did was I put the cabinets upside down and just measured a little bit of overhang so that there was enough vinyl to actually just wrap around the edges. And to get started, what I did was just removed a little bit of vinyl across the very top, and on the right side of the cabinet I just placed that vinyl down and just made sure that I had enough overhang as well so that it was going to fit the entire length of the cabinet. And then I used this squeegee, which was provided with the vinyl, and basically this was really the easy part. I was expecting it to be tricky and was thinking it was going to be a struggle to get rid of any air bubbles, but I found the faster I went with applying this, the smoother and easier it flowed on to the cabinets. And as you can see, there just weren't any issues with air bubbles whatsoever. The corners proved a little bit of a struggle at first, so I did have a bit of a trial and error with making sure that these were right, but I found this the easiest way. So it was a little bit like wrapping a Christmas gift, and I just cut a little slit in each side so that I could pull an entire side up, and I also used that little extra edge to wrap around. I just figured it needed a little bit of extra durability on the corners. And then I just went in with the craft knife and rested the craft knife along the edge of the cabinet, and then just pulled it along, and it just seamlessly glided along and cut the vinyl perfectly in line with the edge of the cabinet. I have seen people on YouTube have a little bit of an overhang, but I don't really like the look of this. I didn't want it to be visible when I opened the cabinet doors, and I did ask the team at Vinyl Home, and they said that this is absolutely sufficient. And then it was time to put the handles back on, and I just made a little hole. I could feel and sort of see an indent where the holes were under the vinyl, so just made a little hole using a pen so that the screws could go through really easily and not sort of lift up the vinyl as they were going through. And then I just reattached the handles and the door was ready to put back on. Okay, so now it's Monday and I've just got home from work, and after spending quite a bit of the weekend working on the kitchen, it was super exciting getting home and kind of seeing things through fresh eyes. And I now know what I need to do next, and I just wanted to kind of show you where I'm up to and give you a little bit of a progress report. So take a look at this. Now these cupboards here are looking super good, and as you can see I did the sort of the top along there, but I haven't done the kickboard along here. I'm just going to work out in the end if I've actually got enough vinyl, and also whether or not I'll leave them like they are. Once the whole kitchen's done, I'll sort of make a decision on that. But these large doors were not anywhere near as hard as I expected, and coming around here, the rest of the kitchen, all these top cupboards here I've done. I haven't done these little shelves here. I originally thought that I might leave those, but on closer inspection I actually think that it looks a little bit out of place if they're not done. Let me know in the comments below what you think, but yeah, I'm kind of thinking I might have to put the hard yards in and do these, or the insides of them as well, just to freshen them up. They just look so dark now that the rest of the kitchen is so white and light and fresh looking. But yeah, I'm so excited with how this is all turning out. Sorry, the sun is going in and out of the clouds, so the light is changing in here, but then you can sort of see, so up here I've got nice fresh white, and then coming down here you can see the original color of the cabinets. So they're actually looking a little bit lighter on camera than they actually are. They are quite dark. So I haven't done obviously the drawers and the cabinets around the bottom here, and I've also got another set of drawers. I've done those top two. They were the first drawers that I did. I thought I'd start small just to kind of learn what to do. But all in all, I am really excited, and I've just got to finish off those little alcoves and in behind the microwave, and then I can start working on the cupboards around the sink and the dishwasher, and just the last couple of drawers here as well. So keep watching.
Anyway, that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see more makeover type videos like this one, and I look forward to catching you in the next one. Bye for now.
This town's so